if he will have a long reign, possibly in the vein of his grandmother, because he is no doubt going to inherit the throne as a middle-aged man. What's he actually like, Robert? Is he going to be a good king?
Well, I hope he listens
to... difficult, doesn't
he's tricky. I think that there's no doubt that the king used to get on better with Harry.
Really?
There's
why do you say that?
That's what I understand to be the truth. I mean, I think that the people that know them well said that was part of that. They had the heartbreaking side of this whole fallout was that the king and Harry used to sort of see eye to eye more. They used to have more time. They used to get each other more. Whereas I think with William and the king, there's always been clashes over the ivory in the royal collection. Clashes over just little things.
The appearance of George, I remember in a photograph on a desk they had a massive row about that.
He can be quite, not controlling, but he's a bit tricky.
There is a story being written about the future of the British monarchy. A story of a golden heir, prepared, steadfast, destined. But what if that story is a lie? My darlings, welcome back. Strap in. For years, we've been force-fed a narrative. The dutiful, future King William. The rebellious, treacherous Harry. A family split by an outsider, Meghan. But what if the fracture was always somewhere else? What if the most damning, explosive truths aren't about the ones who left, but about the one who stayed? And according to Jobson, the criticisms we've heard so far are actually generous. Oh yes, let's talk about it. To understand the palace's secrets, we turn to Robert Jobson, a veteran royal correspondent with decades of first-hand experience. Jobson isn't a sensationalist. He's a trusted observer, respected for his measured reporting. His new book, Our King, was expected to celebrate King Charles's reign. Instead, it reveals uncomfortable truths about Prince William. Jobson's insights come from deep within the royal ecosystem. He spent years documenting the monarchy, not tearing it down. His decision to expose William's private side signals a commitment to truth, even when it's inconvenient. Jobson's testimony is powerful because it's rooted in access and authority. He describes a Prince of Wales who is far more complex than the public image suggests. These revelations aren't the words of an outsider. They come from the heart of the palace. Jobson's account opens a rare window into royal reality. What we see is both surprising and deeply revealing. The story of the future king is no longer just a fairy tale. Prince William's public image is that of a calm, steady heir, the reliable future king. But Jobson's account paints a different picture, a man with a fiery temper and unpredictable moods. Behind closed doors, William is described as tricky, difficult, and prone to intense outbursts. Even King Charles has been on the receiving end of his son's temper. Some courtiers are wary of William's short fuse. This isn't just a minor flaw, it's a defining trait witnessed by those closest to him. The contrast between public persona and private behaviour is stark. The serene leader we see is, in reality, far more volatile. These revelations force us to reconsider what we thought we knew. A monarch can't afford to be seen as emotionally erratic. Jobson's observations are specific and credible, not vague accusations. The gentle prince of public imagination is replaced by a far more complex figure. The future of the monarchy may rest on how this reality is managed. Insiders say Jobson's portrayal of William is actually generous. This suggests the real story is even more extreme. Details too damaging to reveal. The palace's code of silence means even honest accounts are filtered and softened. What's worse than a fiery temper? The implication is that untold stories remain hidden. The work environment may be more challenging than the public realizes. The gap between image and reality is vast and fiercely protected. The truth about the future king is still only partially revealed. For years, headlines have focused on Harry and Meghan, the royal disruptors. Their drama has served as a powerful distraction, keeping attention away from deeper issues at home. While the world watched California, the real story was unfolding in London. Every controversy about the Sussexes diverted scrutiny from William's temperament. The palace used this as a classic diversion: create a villain to protect the heir. The Harry and Meghan saga became the main event, masking the institution's internal challenges. Jobson's revelations now pull back the curtain on this strategy. The narrative wasn't just about those who left, it was about shielding the one who stayed. The perfect image of the future king was carefully guarded. The real story is about the character and readiness of the next monarch. The relationship between King Charles and Prince William is crucial for the monarchy's stability. Publicly, they appear united, a father preparing his son for the throne. But Jobson reveals a strained dynamic, marked by conflict and emotional volatility. Charles has often been on the receiving end of William's outbursts, sometimes feeling bullied by his heir. This upends the traditional roles. The heir challenges the monarch, not supports him. Such tension isn't just a private matter. It threatens the institution's smooth functioning. The palace has worked hard to hide these rifts, knowing public conflict would weaken the crown. But the pressure of their roles has created a rift that can no longer be concealed. The story of a harmonious father and son is just another part of the royal facade. The reality is far more complicated. The monarchy's future may depend on how these tensions are addressed. The monarchy's survival depends on public faith in its future king. Enormous resources have been spent crafting William's image as stable and reliable. Any challenge to this image threatens the entire institution. The palace's response is to deny, distract, and reinforce the desired narrative. But times are changing. People are asking more questions, demanding more transparency. Insiders like Jobson empower the public to look beyond the pageantry. The perfect image is an illusion, and illusions can't last forever. We must decide, do we want a fairy tale or the truth? A future king known for volatility presents a real challenge. The institution must face this with honesty, not denial. So yes, darlings, the truth is out. The whispers are becoming statements. The off-the-record comments are inching into daylight. And no amount of royal PR can hide the real headline. It's not Harry and Meghan who threaten the monarchy's stability. It's the man who's about to inherit the crown. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and stay awake, because the Windsor Legacy isn't what they told you. It's what they've been trying to hide.